Alright, so today we're doing a video on upcycling, and that's what this is right here. So basically upcycling is a way to recycle something so that the new version is better than the old version. And that can be explained in many ways. With me, I'm explaining it with my collection, and that's with, turning shirts into shorts. So these shorts right here, this is actually one of the shorts from the collection. This is the Disney Fiestas, and these were shirts. Obviously now they're shorts, and this is just one example of upcycling, because you can't really recognize what it was before, but you can still see like the spirit of it in the new garment. And aside from like the design purpose of upcycling, just sustainably, it just makes a lot of sense, because there's so many scraps that you make when you create clothes or when you do really anything. Here's some that I've made, just some scraps that I've created from just making clothes. And it's not that I created them, it's just a byproduct, because when you cut stuff up, there's pieces you don't use. But as this scales, with other companies, this can get like very massive, and generally it just gets thrown into the landfill. And that's why a lot of people are starting to use those scraps to create clothes, because when they hit the landfill, they'll decompose and release all these chemicals into the air and even into like the soil and the water, and it just doesn't make sense after a while. But this is like my full set of scraps right here. I bagged this in March of 2020, which is this year. And so I'm trying to find things to do with like my scraps of the scraps that I've used before. But just again, back to the design purpose of upcycling, I love it because everything is really one of one at this point, and you get to see not only like pretty sporadic variation of designs, but everything has a story behind it. Like, these are all like secondhand clothes. These aren't new clothes. Like, these are clothes that were forgotten. They were unimpressive by themselves, but when I combine them together and with my own pattern design, and then it just fits right, it creates something so much better than the original. And for me, upcycling is like one of the best things about designing. So as far as like there's other things you can learn, I'll include some links in the description to other videos so you can actually educate yourself on upcycling and sustainability. But when it comes to CQC, this is like the best part of the collection. Like, they're born again, old things into new things. The old had passed, the new has come. Hey. One more thing I wanted to put in about upcycling, because it's like one of my favorite parts, is that when I'm looking for like all the clothes to add into shorts, like I find like the most beautiful like garments that have like never been worn in years, decades, like Japanese stuff. I went to this warehouse with my friend Soren, who owns Chance down Ventura, and it's like there was like these beautiful like Japanese made pan cells. It was just crazy. You just don't see the type of things you see when you go thrifting and like secondhand shopping, and it just makes you appreciate it so much more. So I don't know if whoever you are, do secondhand shopping, but it's definitely worth looking into. Like, the stuff you can find is so beautiful, and then even if it's not beautiful, make it look beautiful. But yeah, that's all I have to say.